The first time I wanted to be a composer had a story. That the story I told you, that was the moment I believed that I can be a composer. But the first time it was in 2009, I think. I was preparing for the exam of the university, and in that time that was just two chance: composition and performing. And I wanted to go to study the piano performing, and I had an exam. I should perform for the jury, and I remember that day was a political event in Tehran. In 2009, there was the movement. The name was Green Movement. It related to the president that he was our president, but we told that no, you made cheating in the voting and something like this. And there was a case in Tehran. And in that event, after the exam, I played very good. I played four pieces from four period of the history of the music. I wanted to know what's happening in that political event, and I stay in the street, and I was in the middle of the Tehran, in city center of the Tehran, and listening to that event and that speech. And after the speech finished, the guard and the police start to attack the humans, the people, because as all the time they attacked the human, the pupil, like 2 years ago, 1 years ago, 4 years ago, every time.
Yeah.
And in that time, there was a lot of old guys near me, and we wanted to run, and they couldn't run. And suddenly my hands was behind the old woman. Just I heard some sound that by the bottom of the police. And finally, we ran and refuged to the home of some guys. Many people opened their doors to help the people in the street, to cover them, to refuse them, to don't the police attack them. When I saw my hand, I saw it's completely black. Why my hand is black? And I was really shocked because of that attack. And I found, oh my God, the police button was on my hand. Exactly 1 hour after the entrance exam of playing piano. What happened for my future? Can I play after this happening? I was so lucky. It was not a very serious happening for my finger, but I found I should change it. According to the accident, maybe I will miss everything about the music, and I don't want to miss it. I love music. I want to be with music. Okay, I'm and exactly the period I should choose it. I want to play piano or I want to be a composer. In that time I said, okay, I want to be a composer because this accident can happen every time,
Yeah.
not just in a political, in a car accident, every time it's possible. Now I'm happy because of that decision.
So making the decision to be a composer was your way of ensuring that you can continue to make music even if something physically keeps you from playing an instrument, essentially.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. I think a lot of the people listening to this podcast, they are based in the United States or Europe, and I don't think as composers any of us have to think about things like what you're describing. We're very lucky in that most people decide to be a composer because they enjoy doing it, not as some way of continuing to know you can make music if something were to happen to your hands, for example. So I think it's a really incredible story.
Yeah, in that time was really hard for me, and that was a bit deep depression. I remember when I wanted to go to the piano lesson in that week, I was worried about my teacher, what will happen for her when she see this situation, and she was really sad. And but that was a very important lesson for me. It had a very important lesson, very important decision. Now I'm happy about it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in to Micromaker by Loose Leaf Transmissions. We hope you enjoyed this brief glimpse into the inner workings of the creative life. If this resonated with you, be sure to check out the full conversation on Music Maker with Tyler Kline, a podcast exploring craft and process, philosophy and inspiration, and the honest, often messy parts of being an artist, creative uncertainty, purpose and identity, and resilience. You can find Music Maker wherever you get your podcasts or by visiting musicmakerpodcast.com.